And we're back. And I still can't get over that game. Game 1, very dominating performance by Vici Gaming in the late game. Titan controlled early on, but just couldn't really end it. Game 2, Vici once again controlling the game for a majority share of the time, farming up over a 25,000 gold lead. And they let Miracle split push them. Objective-based gaming, Titan, kill the Ancient, despite being so far behind. Vici Gaming, what have you done? VG, more like EG. Oh, boom! Got him. Got him where it hurts. We got the next game coming up, though, guys. Vici Gaming versus Titan, Game 3. And we're already underway in the draft where we see Naga Siren, Alchemist, Elder Titan, and Slark all being banned out. Oh, Vici. You guys, like, Vici better win this, or it is, like, the biggest throw
team pick
of all time. Like, they are going to feel so bad about that game, too. Well, a Timber Saw. We haven't seen that hero in a while. So, awesome. Timber Saw is picked up as the first pick from Titan, which leaves a lot of hero left in the pool. Bristleback is still there, but again, questionable whether or not you really want to pick up Timber Saw up against Elder Titan, or excuse me, Timber Saw, up against Timber Saw. That's what I'm trying to say. We still got both of the big supports left in the pool, Visage and CM. We've talked about how those two have just sort of been dominating the scene so far. We also have the junglers, Chen, Enchantress, still being available. Vici Gaming could easily do what they've done before. Now they're going to go with the Clockwork Visage here. CM probably going to be picked up by Titan here. Or potentially one of the junglers. Like, pick up Chen now. Crystal Main will be banned out. You pick up Crystal Main, Chen will be banned out. Either way. However, Titan also have to ban out some of the signature heroes from Vici. Dragonite, well, Dragonite's just a stable constant of the meta right now. But Pugna, definitely here to watch out. Storm Spirit. Pugna and Storm Spirit, in my mind, are the two heroes that that Vici Gaming are most well known for. Very, very strong. Meanwhile, Vici Gaming, let's not give Titan some split pushing carries. Split pushing hard carries are a no-go. So if you can stay away from that, that'd be great. Crystal Maiden, no surprise. Surprise. Took a long time to think about that one, but they do finally pick up the other support. And there it is. You pick up CM, Chen's going to get banned out. That double jungle is just proved to be too powerful because the roaming and the jungling, they pick up a lot of golden experience and are still able to put a lot of pressure on those lanes. Very, very dangerous. Meanwhile, you pick up Visage, chances are Rubik's going to be banned out because that support combo is very, very dangerous. Being able to reposition someone into a slow like that is very, very scary. And you could see some of the guys who were just like coming back into chat, and they're like, why is there a game 3? That's because Titan made the comeback. And if you missed it, if you missed the comeback, guys,
5 seconds
YouTube.com/joindota. You also go to joindota.com. Catch up on some of that. While we're doing this, let's go ahead and actually watch the end moments of Vici Gaming versus Titan. So you don't necessarily have to go watch the VOD. We'd appreciate it. But as you can see, this is the action that's going on inside the base. Sylar, he's making the break right now. He pops his BKB, makes the break for a TP so he could stop the Morph flank. And they don't see it. But Clockwork, Ohio actually got a good hook shot the last second to be able to stop him. And Miracle was just able to force down the whole entire base. RTK went back, but he
10
just wasn't
seconds
enough.
remaining.
He just didn't end up being enough, and then we got the
5 seconds remaining.
weird ads going on from China. Anyway, OD was banned out by Vici,
Reserve
taking that
time.
taking that one out of Titan's hands. Meanwhile, the Storm Spirit banned out by Titan. So again, notable hero of Vici Gaming. Don't want to give that one away. Their mid is picked up, Dragonite, and I have a feeling we're going to see the Dragonite Pugna combo. You take away their Storm Spirit, they got another strat in mind. Oh god, here comes some split push. This is going to be a mid Timbersaw, looks like. Mid Timbersaw up against the Dragonite. Nature's Prophet off lane. Come on, Vici. You know you want to do it. Pugna.
10 seconds remaining.
It's good versus Crystal Maiden. It's good versus Timbersaw.
5 seconds remaining.
It's all right versus Nature's Prophet. He split pushes. You push even
Reserve
faster
time.
than he can. Apparently it is a tougher decision than we think it is. Because I'm looking at Pugna, carry. Or, I mean, they could even run Pugna mid if they feel like they don't want to deal with Dragonite versus Timbersaw. But normally, the Vici Gaming would be Pugna in the one position, farming up, Dragonite in the mid. They have a little bit of late game sustainability with Dragonite, well, more like mid to late game. They start falling off really heavily, though. Pugna does not have a very good win rate past the 25-minute mark. Really falters in that regard. So, Titan, we're going for all the bonus time here on this last pick. And no, I don't put rares on matches. On matches that I cast anyway. That'd be unprofessional.
10 seconds
That'd be biased.
remaining.
And once again, we are cut into the live stream, the Chinese live stream, so
Radiant
adding in
team
that
pick.
production value. And we got the pickup. You guys can't see it, but it's the Clinks. Clinks is going to be get. So we still have some push. Clinks is obviously able to burst down towers rather quickly, and with the help of Dragonite, is still pretty good. So they're still going for a push lineup, but this is a little bit more late game oriented. Clink's a little bit stronger past the 25-minute mark than Pugna is. And I'm sure Nahaz will confirm that he has a
5 seconds
much better
remaining.
win rate past the 25-minute mark than Pugna.
Reserve time.
That production value. Where is the split pushing hero miracle? Where is it going to come from? They've already got the Nature's Prophet. Timbersaw gives them a little bit of turtle, along with the Crystal Maiden. Between the Chakram, the Nova, they can burst down those
10
waves as they
seconds
come in.
remaining. 5 seconds
Is it going to be the
remaining.
Morphling? It's going to be the Morphling.
Dire team ban.
We're going to see some more split push coming out from Titan. This is just straight up rat DotA. Unbelievable.
Remaining.
Well, that means Titan still needs a support.
5 seconds
Vici Gaming
remaining.
also need one. And after the banning phase, there's not going to be much left. The jungles are probably going to get banned out here.
Radiant team
Titan.
ban.
Chen was already banned out by Vici, and now Enchantress. Titan. Trying to think about what supports are left in the pool. You got Ancient Apparition. You got some of the melees. A Lion, big, heavy disabler versus a
Dire
Morphling. I'm
team
down with
pick.
that. Smart ban. You got some of the melee heroes left in the pool. Earthshaker, Sand King. Ancient Apparition is still in the pool. He's all right versus Morphling. And helps out the Clinks in his pursuit for those
10
free kills all
seconds
over the map.
remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Doom. So we're going to go for a jungler here. Vici Gaming finally choose their last pickup. And Doom. So we're getting a little bit late game and a good counter to Morphling. Very, very strong counter to Morphling. This is interesting, though. I've never seen Vici go for a Doom jungle like this, so. Meanwhile, Titan, they're thinking about how they're going to combat that. Nyx Assassin is still in the pool if they want to be able to pick up that roamer to try and shut down the Clinks. He's decent versus the Doom early on, too, because Doom does have no armor, so that heavy physical damage early on from Vendetta. They're going to go with the other melee support. They're going to go with the Sand King here. Sand King is somewhat susceptible to Clinks once he has his Orchid, but of course, so is Nyx Assassin. Their biggest... Yeah, picking up the Furion so early here leaves their lanes very, very defensive. Now, they do have the hard carry Morphling, but you're going up against harder carries than Vici had last time. Dragonite, decent. Clinks goes into late game all right, so does Doom. So I feel like this Vici Gaming have a better chance if they control the map, the same thing as they did last game. I think they have a better chance at being able to, God forbid, this is another 66-minute game with no kills.
5 seconds remaining.
Then maybe Vici Gaming will still be able to combat them when that happens.
Prepare for battle.
And I just got a Skype message with a very, very long, all caps expletive. Not sure what that's all about. Anyway, guys, let's go over and let's talk about who's playing what. Titan, we got Miracle's going to be on the Morphling. No surprise. Ohio's going to be your offlane Nature's Prophet. Net is going to be on the Sand King. He did a great job in Game 1, despite their loss. Extinct on the Crystal Maiden. KYXY is now on the Timbersaw. That leaves ROTK on the VG side. He's going to be on Clockwork. Super going to be on the mid Dragonite. Sylar is going to be on your carry Clinks. And the supports Fenrir and FY are going to be on the Visage and Doom, respectively.
30 seconds to battle.
So lane should pan out. Dual lane top. Jungle. Mid Dragonite. This should be a mid Timbersaw, and it will be. KYXY is fulfilling that role. So lanes are pretty obvious. Nothing funky going to be going down in that regards. Clinks only has a 15-22 record in December. Sylar, however, has a really impressive KDA off of his 3 games of Clinks. RTK starts his lane out right with a nice haste rune. So he might be able to pick up a little experience off of that. Good blocking going down by KYXY, and that's going to put him in a leading position in this lane. Lane is going to go all the way up to this cliff, and this is already a somewhat difficult lane for Super to deal with. As you see, he went for a very, very fast bottle. 2 branches, 2 shared tangos, because he knows he's going to deal with a lot of early whirling death. So the sooner he can spam out the Bottle Crow and Flame Breath, the better it's going to be for him. Because he has to deal with this constant harassment of the Timbersaw. Timbersaw, meanwhile, got a little bit more of a later bottle build. Choosing to go ahead and pick up the Stout Shield. Very, very useful since Timbersaw does have 0 armor. So Stout Shield is really necessary early on, especially if any ganks come over his way. Might just be enough to give him the survivability he needs. Look at that use of the courier. They keep it away from this area because if any supports that rotate from bottom, they're going to come through this line right here and see if they can catch out the courier. So they move it up into the high ground. Very smart decision. There it is. He's feeling the harassment. 10-2 right now on Timbersaw. 6-1 on the Furion. Ohio's doing a really good job in this top lane, picking up a lot of CS. And 7-2 on Miracle. Can't believe Miracle's like behind his other lanes in CS, but he is. Net is the career wins leader on Sand King. Nice. No surprise from his first performance. Invis is picked up on the Doom jungle, who went for a level 1 bottle. Nicely done that he found a early pack leader. As long as he's able to bottle crawl a little bit, he should be just fine to continually farm the jungle. Net's going to be pulling as much as possible. He's actually going to miss this. So unfortunate timing. But CM, meanwhile, is going to be focusing on stacking the hard camp, clearing some of the big creeps with Frostbite. And all in all, it looks like we're just going to see good old-fashioned creep war. And Chinese Dodo, I thought you had changed. I thought you had changed for more action. It has, but last game was just not a very good example. Soul Ring going to be picked up by Sylar. Nice and early in time for his ultimate. Smoke up. Titan are going to go ahead and rotate around on bottom. And if RTK sticks around too long, still, they're leading with the Sand King stun. That still may be enough time between the smoke popping. RTK may be able to get Cogs off. In fact, he will if necessary. There it goes. And Net at that range. Burrow Strike is just impossible to land against a Clockwork. Until you're like level 5. And only then is it any decent. So we almost have phase boots up on Nature's Prophet. That really increases his survivability in this lane, because his biggest fear is being slowed down to a point where Sylar with the early searing arrows, that damage is going to hurt quite a bit. So as long as he has the movement speed to be able to move out, he's fine. So things are looking pretty damn good for Titan right now, of course. Vici do have the advantage of having a jungler. Look at all this farm he's getting. He's 9-1. It's pretty good for an offlane. I mean, you compare that to Clockwork, who's sitting about the same. But he's got a very large wave coming in, so that's a lot more CS for him to pick up. KYXY aggressively trying to push out Super.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Not yours.
Now, this lane could change around a little bit once Super picks up level 6 because of the ganking potential of being able to have that ranged stun set up movement
is under attack.
Of the Visage or the Doom. Could help out, but Doom, of course, still not close to that level 6. We see Net sitting here. He does have that level 2 Burrow Strike, so it's a little bit better initiation. Especially if Super goes too far forward. He may just Rambo through the tier 1 tower here. See if he can snag. He may do it soon, though, because we got a Bottle coming in. Bottle, now full magic wand is up on him. Okay, we're going to wait for the push here. Furion's going to teleport in. Leading with the stun. Finally able to get in range of KYXY with that first bit of damage. Should be able to finish him off. The slow of Chakra. Gets them their first blood, and that's going to be KYXY. Off to a great start as Doom rotates at just the wrong time. Not only that, but that means early towers as well, as Ohio summons some extra treants to help tank out tower. Just going to loosen it up a little bit for the next gank that they throw down.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Early treads is picked up on Morphling as we see an
Dire's bottom
invis
tower is under attack.
on Net, and is he picking up? Okay, he's got his mana boots from the secret shop. As long as he doesn't let it go into the tier 1 tower, we're good. And Visage may get picked off here as Net, positioning himself well for the invis room. Super way too far out now, and he doesn't realize it. Net's going to initiate. There goes the chopper once again, and that burst damage from Whirling Death proves to be too fateful. And Titan are off to an early start as they push over the 1,000 gold lead after those 2 kills on mid. Those fateful runes shutting down Super very, very hard.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But once again, that early damage on the tier 1 tower may lead them just enough to be able to finish this off. Net in a little bit of trouble. Nuke goes down and will be able to finish him off. Power of Visage, early levels on Visage is very, very scary. ROTK barely able to get out of that Chakram alive.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
As Fenrir actually has
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
his familiars already up at 7.5 minutes in. Miracle trying to take this tier 1 at bottom while Klinks was able to snag the other tier 1 offlane.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Players here.
Only 5 of those teams of the 200 games. Wow. Yo, super hard extra trivia. If you can name the 5 games, well, the 4 other games, you already obviously know one of them since you're tuning into this broadcast, but the 4 other games where a team was behind by over, what, 20,000 and was still able to make a comeback and win? It was 20,000, right? Yeah. Anyway, you can tweet me at Dodo Capitalist. Tweet the Statsman at Haas Dodo. Or you could just link it in the chat. Link it in the chat. Throw it down in the chat. Siler seeing if you can get the positioning on the Furion. Pick him off, but Furion backs up as he's about to pick up a Hand of Midas. So not Finn choosing to finish off his phase boots first. Goes for that earlier Hand of Midas. The Chinese are so particular about what heroes they go Midas on. Seems to be Furion, Enchantress, a lot of the junglers. A lot of the junglers who aren't going to be seen for a while. Another early Linken's going to be picked up by Miracle. That's like his favorite item ever because it allows him to split push like a beast. Smoke up. Vici Gaming going to see if they can go ahead and pick off. Net going to run right into them, and with the double damage, that is assuredly a kill. Maybe not. Nope, there goes the final auto attack. He missed! Oh, Super. He still gets the Flame Breath off, but he's forced to use the mana for it. Super still chasing down Extinct, but the rest of his team has kind of lagged back a little bit there. Now looking for KYXY, but successful Timber Chain away. Positioning on the tier 1 here, but Dragon Form's halfway done already. Double damage rune is about to run out. The rest of Vici Gaming choose to back up. They're going to go ahead and start taking control of the enemy jungle here, and it feels like they're beginning to make a comeback. In fact, they are. From what was over 1,000 gold lead early on from Titan after they picked up 2 different hero kills on the Dragonite. Vici Gaming are beginning to farm back into this game, and they're way ahead in experience right now. The power of having that jungler, and he is just now getting started as he also goes a Hand of Midas. So we got 1 for each side of the team. We've yet to see a successful Doom rotation as Doom is still yet to be used. That's going to be very, very dangerous against the Timbersaw and the Morphling. That's why Linken's going to go so key for Miracle. But it looks like Vici Gaming realized he's going to go for early Linken's. They're going to try and shut him down right now. Leading with ROTK and the hook shot, follow up with the Doom. That's a very, very easy kill as long as they get that hook shot. Nope, they're just going to lead with Doom. There it goes. Miracle's now dead. As soon as he was unable to waveform, he got the strength morph off, but it's still not enough. Meanwhile, in middle, KYXY trapped out. Siler looking to be able to finish him off. Stun coming in from Net, but it's not going to be enough. They finally finish him up as ROTK finishes his teleport. Gets in the auto attack. They're going to turn this into early towers. As long as they get these successful ganks, this is easy towers for both the Dragonite and the Klinks to be able to capitalize on. And all of a sudden, Vici Gaming are very much in control of this game after the heavy rotations of
Radiant
Titan.
structures are fortified.
Still not proving to be fruitful.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Look at that damage. Tower just getting chunked out down at 12 minutes. Doom seems pretty content to stay here in this enemy jungle. Shut in, rotate over to the Morphling whenever he needs to. They've got a good aggressive ward to be able to get some vision, as well as make sure that they see counter any vision to see rotations into the jungle.
Is under attack.
Net's gonna find him though. And regen is, excuse me, Scorched Earth is pop, just to be able to give him some of that HP regen to make sure that Net can't go on him. Another Doom is almost up, and look for another smoke gank. Though Net right now seems pretty content to sit on Miracle because he's afraid. Interesting that Morphling went ahead and picked up the power treads, especially considering the possibility of both Orchid and Doom rotations. That Linken's can block some really big abilities like that. I can't believe he's just delayed his Ghost Scepter. Delayed it by picking up a Ghost Scepter. Interesting. Rotations, once again, Titan are going to be the ones smoking up. Going into the enemy jungle looking, but unfortunately not going to find much as Vici Gaming are on the safer area of their jungle. BKBs are going to be picked up on many of these heroes. Super. FY probably also going to go for a BKB eventually. They all got to beware of the eventual shotgun Morphling that Miracle's going to be trying to pick up. Sylar almost has his Orchid as he teleports in top to stop this push.
Radiant's middle
We're going to see Sylar trying to interrupt top while the rest of Vici Gaming go ahead and push her in. Tier 1 tower. KYXY gets locked down a little bit, and with the hook shot, they should be able to finish him off. In fact, Doom goes off just to make sure. And Sylar has successfully kept his Tier 1 tower alive, and VG Gaming, they're going to go for more now as they start setting up on the Tier 2 with the double damage coming out from the Dragonite. It's doing so much work on the tower that they feel it's necessary to go ahead and push in. And they will take a Tier 2 at 14.5 minutes in without the Timber Saw. Titan unable to do anything about it. Meanwhile, the split push coming in. Ohio barely able to get that off, but he eats through the trees, and now Ohio's going to fall. Flame Breath is going to clean him up. At least he got the tower for it, but Super picking up that... no, it wasn't actually Hatchet. He still had a Tango left, apparently. Ate through the tree. Got the kill. Again, you see the success rate of Klinks when he's able to pick up that early Orchid.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Klinks has just picked it up, and now he is a serious threat to Morphling. The Ghost Scepter, this is the one thing that the Ghost Scepter will do, however. It'll protect him from the Klinks. The Orchid will come into play, but he'll be able to stop some of that physical damage. But I felt that the way he was free farming, that there was a very, very limited amount of time. Like, we're only talking a couple of minutes. In fact, he would actually have Linken's, or damn near close to it. Tries to go in. Sand King and the rest of the crew are able to clean up ROTKs. We focused on the attempt of Sylar to kill Morphling. But with this Ghost Scepter, it leaves him more susceptible to the Doom now. So he may have addressed the Klink's attempts at ganking.
Radiant's bottom tower is
I just felt
attack.
that Linken's would have addressed both really well, and he was free farming. Bottom though, Doom is going to go off on Net. FY trying to get away, but he's going to get locked in now as the tree's instantly being killed by Chakram, but it doesn't matter. Super may also be in trouble as Whirling Death goes out. Extra slow from the Chakram. That should be enough. There it is. Frostbite, and the pullback of the Chakram will be able to successfully pick up the kill. Vici Gaming in their rotation. Doom forming up the enemy jungle like that, getting caught out. Very, very Parzo. Ohio is now going to join in on the split push. He's going to go ahead. Oh my goodness, Ohio. Stop it right now. He's backdooring a Tier 1 as Klinks with his Orchid is able to pick up Net. Fenrir misses out on the deny, and Ohio gets a tower and successfully gets out because of the Shadow Blade. RTK looking for an
Dire's
early
bottom tower
Aghanims
is
here to
under
try and
attack.
address some of these split pushers. He could get Blade Mail. Like, Blade Mail was his other option. Force Staff is obviously not as good here in this game. We've got plenty of heroes who can get out of cogs. He doesn't have a melee hero to be able to address with cogs, so Force Staff is not really his option here. His other option besides Aghanims was Blade Mail. Blade Mail going up against the Morphling shotgun. But that relies on, one, some serious timing, and two, some misplays from Miracle. Instead, he goes for the safer option to be able to dress split push and tries to go for a faster Aghanims, giving him that constant hook shot to be able to pick off the Furion.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Bloodstone was already picked up on KYXY a little bit ago while Sylar spies him out with his Orchid. Sylar barely missing out on the courier. Zips by him. RTK still needing that vision. We're going to see an early Ethereal Blade picked up. So now he does have that nuking capacity. Again, still susceptible to Doom, but maybe it's Titan's turn to get a little bit on the aggressive and see if they can pick off some of these heroes. Shotgun is about to be, or not Shotgun, BKB is about to be up on DK though. So that's one target that Shotgun is going to have limited effectiveness on. Clinks is beginning to go into the enemy jungle. He may spy out the Crystal Maiden, but we already have counters being thrown down to address that.
Twice the torque.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Gonna go
under
behind the
attack.
tier 1, start banging on that tower. They will be able to get it. But we got the split push going on. Miracle and Ohio.
Radiant's bottom tower has
The deadly
fallen.
duo pushing in top.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And this makes it so hard. FY is going to lead with the Shadow Blade. Get the Doom off on Miracle. There it goes. Miracle, with that instant initiation, is just done for. So very smart decision by FY and Super. One goes to BKB, the other goes to Shadow Blade. You've got that
Dire's
initiation on the
middle tower
Morphling.
is under attack.
And now Morph, I mean, he may have learned his lesson. He cannot go for that split push anymore without a Linken's. So he's probably going to play a little bit more passive. His net once again gets picked off by Sylar. Top. RTK has actually been able to spy out Ohio, but unfortunately, oh, he does finally. The chances of him hitting the Furion there were kind of low with so many creeps around, but he does successfully get it. Fortunately, it doesn't result in a kill. Halfway
Radiant's
to an
bottom
Aghanims.
tower is under
BKB is
attack.
on its way to the DK right now.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Let's go ahead and take a look at that gold lead where it's dipped down to the 3,000 gold range. And a little over 5,000. Of course, after a lead like last game, it feels like it's just pointless to even talk about gold versus Titan. Roshan's going to go down here due to the quick nature of damage coming out from the Clinks. Early mech over a medallion picked up by the Visage. But I'd still like to see a medallion a little bit later. Works really, really well with the Clinks. If Clinks doesn't go a fast one of his own.
Roshan
There it
has
is, free
fallen
Rosh,
to the Dire.
free Aegis. Going towards Sylar, and Titan none the wiser. FY, he's just searching for a Morphling right now. Doom is off cooldown, and it's level 2. He wants it. He wants it bad. Super, meanwhile, he's going to push in. You may see the rest of the team. In fact, Vici Gaming looks like they're going to try and set themselves up to go behind this tier 2 if necessary. As I say that, Clockwork actually backs up. Sylar has found Miracle. And he's trying to give FY the vision. There it is. Orchid and Doom going down on Miracle. Double the silence, double the fun for Vici Gaming as they pick off the big carry of Titan once again. Super's going to address the split push coming out from the Furion with a thank you.
Dire's middle tower
As
is
he
under
grabbed
attack.
a whole bunch of extra gold and a little extra experience on top of it. 3,000 gold already on him after picking up his BKB a few minutes ago.
Haste!
Clinks is going to need a BKB as well versus this versus the shotgun Morphling. Because when he has Death Pact up, he's decently tanky. But when he doesn't, he is so damn squishy. Necronomicon going to be picked up by Ohio. He's trying as hard as he can to work on that split push. And Titan are extremely frustrating. And it's not just, like, that's the thing about it. It's not just Miracle. Ohio is extremely good at split pushing, too. His Furion can be so frustrating to watch. Because imagine a Furion who backdoors your tier 1s early on.
Boom, there it goes.
Does regular split pushing, but then pulls like Miracle Naga moves where he just, well, like you try and go and push and he just intercepts your wave. Like you're over here pushing in and here comes like Ohio. It's just like, I'm going to kill this creep wave right here. No problem. Extremely frustrating. Timbersaw goes ahead and picks up a Blink Dagger. And I actually like that. Initiation on Timbersaw is really, really good instead of having to rely on Timber Chain the whole entire time. But Vici Gamer, they're already set up to push into a tier 3. See the rest of Titan beginning to respond. But Doom, this is smart. He's trying to make sure that Miracle is wiped out of the fight. Whether he kills him or not, he wants to make sure that he is not going to be part of this push. Unfortunately, he doesn't get there in time, and now it's a 4v4. Net going to jump in on Super. Clink's barely still alive. He still has his Aegis to be able to fall back on. His Net now gets turned around on. Siler is going to heal himself from the creeps and probably go back in a short amount of time. BKB is still up. Doom finally does catch out the Furion. And Furion just sits there. He's like, this is over.
The sacred grove awaits.
Meanwhile, middle, KYXY, he jumps in, trying to go on this, but he's way ahead of the pack. The rest of his team does not thank him for that initiation. He falls. Vici Gaming in a good position now, has stopped the split pusher, had picked up a couple of heroes, and they're now well set to be able to go into the base. Tier 3 is already low. Morphling trying to do what damage he can, but Super just doesn't seem to care with a big old Reaver on him.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
He takes up that damage, no problem. Vici Gaming are going to take their first set of early racks. Blink Dagger, Extinct may go down to the Orchid now as KYXY jumps in. Barely gets out. Oh no, the bird's blocking ROTK and missing out on the kill on KYXY. Crystal Maiden did not, in fact, fall earlier, but here it comes. Nice initiation. Net, they're going to wipe out too. FY trying to get away from the rest of the heroes. Gets Front smitten up. Extinct will be able to give him enough time to be able to clear him out. Miracle choosing the Ethereal Blade. The Doom for the last hit, and they'll clean up 4 heroes of Vici Gaming. Net with a beautiful Sand King play. That 2-man stun leading into the 3-man Whirling Death Chakram of Timbersaw. Just wipe those heroes. Wiped them of all their health points. And Klink's the only hero left alive. Siler, with his Blink Dagger, successfully gets away. Still has his Aegis to burn. You may see him trying to aggressively pick off heroes because of that now. He still can't go for Miracle because of that Ethereal Blade.
Dire's top tower is
Fortunately,
under attack.
Timbersaw is down to 4 Bloodstone charges after that recent engagement. And Tier 2 is going to go into deny range. Super's going to try and go ahead. Yeah, he will. Put the deny on it. He's playing around making sure,
Dire's
like,
top tower has been denied.
Ohio doesn't run up between hits and steal the Tier 2. But he finally does successfully get it. Smoke up. Titan. Need a pickoff here. They know some of the heroes have spread out. For example, they know Super was top, denying that tower.
Hurry the hands of the clock.
So they're going to look for a pickoff here now that Vici Gaming is a little bit more spread, and they're going to find Super. The rest of the heroes, unfortunately, they were not looping around at the time. They came back in. Super sees Miracle. There goes the jump. Net going to jump in. There goes that burst damage. Meanwhile, Siler's picked up the Nature's Prophet. We're going to focus on this team fight. KYXY, the BKB was popped, and he's going to get out. So they force a BKB charge. KYXY still needs to get away. Gets up the cliff, but followed by Klings. Oh, no. Siler, thinking that he got to the other side of the cliff through one of the trees. And unfortunately, Miracle getting caught out. He's going to go down to Doom. FY catching that one out. It's nice stun coming in from the Clockwork. Or excuse me, the Centaur stun followed up by the Clockwork and his Battery Assault. Net being trapped in. Look for the stun blink. And he does get out. Teleports away. He does have Epicenter for this next team fight. While we know BKB is on cooldown for the Dragonite, but he's the tanky one. Siler still has his BKB. And that's going to be an issue, especially since they have no follow-up burst. Morphling still working towards that Lincoln's, unfortunately. The items he bought going to keep him from a buyback. And Titan, they might as well give this one up. I don't see this team fight going well at all. There goes the Epicenter going out, but Vici have already backed up a little bit, but two heroes get bursted down. KYXY and Net cleaning heroes up. They trade. Net goes down. Buyback. Trying to see if they can pick up more. Vici Gaming, get out. They need to get out. They heard the buyback. FY getting slowed down a little bit. Nice stun coming in from Net. They're just trying to finish off FY before they get out. Net now being targeted. He's going to go down for a second time. He has a long cooldown. Long buyback deal. Siler getting obs down here, and he will lose the gem as well as his own life. So Titan make a pretty decent trade. That melee rack in exchange for a number of pickups. Roshan's going to be back up, and they may be in good position to take it.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Oh, no.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
I'm trying to figure out Toby's button for courier, but whatever. Done with that. They do spy it out, Miracle, with using the Furion illusion. Sees the Roche is up, and there are at least one hero. Knows. Timbersaw probably needs to go back to base here sometime soon. I mean, they know Roshan's up. He really wants level 16. I can understand that. But he also needs full mana in case Vici Gaming just decide to just man up on Roche right now. Klink's leading the net worth, but just barely ahead of the Furion. That's what I'm talking about, man. Ohio is a deadly split pusher. Picking up more farm than the DK or the Doom. Miracle's fallen quite a bit behind because he hasn't picked up hardly any kills with his shotgun. He's 1-4-4. That's a pretty impressive win rate, but with Heart, Super's going to go ahead and go uphill, and they're going to go through mid into bottom. Super, the big tanky hero, being able to allow them to go through bottom, but they still don't have creeps in the base, and they're fighting up against backdoor regen, but now it's beginning to get there as the creeps start entering. They've got so much damage. Strafe still not being popped. They're waiting for the glyph to be thrown down, I believe, before they try and strafe and do a lot of that damage with Klinks, but it's still on cooldown. So it never goes out. Ohio apparently is just content to just keep on farming while he's got enemy heroes in his base.
Under attack.
Our TK is about to pick up his Aghanim, so I think we said that a while ago. Necronomicon is beginning to do work on these side towers. Again, it feels like Vici Gaming are controlling this, but Titan are just enough in the game that they could easily take a Rax on one mistake from Vici Gaming. 5,000 gold ahead, over 10,000 experience.
Roshan has fallen to the dire.
Yeah, still though. I mean, I like, yeah, the whole luxury item, but only 7 losses after Heart. Sure, it's a luxury item, but it isn't like Divine Rapier luxury item. That's still really impressive that DK has that kind of win that late in the game. Good stat, good stat. Blade Mail was picked up on Clockwork, so maybe that's probably where our delayed Aghanims came in, because I remember talking about that like 6 minutes ago. Blink Dagger and Ghost Scepter up on Sand King. Lincoln's, we already talked about that. KOIXY working his way towards the Scythe of Vice, and we actually got a smoke up here. Or maybe not a smoke. There it is. Leading with the Doom. They're actually going to jump on Miracle. Miracle taking a ton of damage. Should go down to just the Doom here. He's actually going to tick, and there goes the Vici trying to pop him. No, the Strength Morph is keeping him alive. Meanwhile, Ned gets off a good ultimate. Still not enough, and finally, the Morphling does fall to Doom. Picks up the gem. Doom trying to get out. Extinct unable to finish him off, and now Force Staff and teleport away, but the Cogs keeps him in place, and look at him, he's just bouncing back and forth off the map, but they've delayed him just enough to be able to maybe take this tier 3. Ohio has to back up.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Do it with flair.
And it may just go down. He's going to go back into this hiding position and go for the tier 3 once again, but
Radiant's middle barracks
RTK, did he spy that? There it is! He sees the courier. He's going to be able to grab it, but he may lose his lone life for this one. RTK trying to trap in Ohio. Ohio, meanwhile, gaining some of that damage coming out from Battery Assault when it does with the number of creeps. They're completely surrounding him. There goes the Shadow Blade. Meanwhile, bottom, we've got the rest of the heroes. They're picking off this tier 3. Ohio finally does get away with 2 heroes going back, but still, they're about to take up a Rax. Here comes that initiation. That combo is so strong, but it's just not enough. Vici Gaming are a little too far. There goes the Orchid up on Timbersaw. Not much he can do. Chakum is still doing a little bit of a work, but unfortunately, without the Morphling, they can't quite finish all of these heroes. The Sand King Timbersaw combo with the double Blink Daggers is very, very deadly. But unfortunately, it's late enough in the game. We talked about the Heart up on DK. Even Clinks, when he's eating a creep, is very, very hard. Three minutes until the Aegis is reclaimed. Vici have taken 2 different racks, though. Middle's gone. Bottom, the important racks is dead. Melee racks is gone. Now all that's left is the top tier 2, tier 3, and that set of racks. Vici Gaming are looking pretty hot right now. They're going to pick up some Boots of Travels to be able to deal with the split push coming out from the Furion. That way they can address Furion, stop him from being able to take some of their buildings, and still be in time for taking racks, or vice versa. Go for racks and still be back into the base in time. Ooh, sneaky devil. Another ward being placed. Ohio trying to make sure he keeps vision of this bottom lane as the tier 3. All it takes is Necronomicon and Nature's Prophet. Hit it once and it's dead. Furion trees, Necronomicon minions, here it comes. Tier 3 should fall in short fashion.
Top tower is under attack.
Maybe. Oh, no, they just don't have enough damage. Get it. Get it. Oh my god, it's going to slowly fall. Slowest tier 3 tower down ever.
Has fallen.
Vici Gaming, they don't really seem to care, though. Attack. They know as long as they end the game right now, and Ohio knows,
Radiant's top tower is
Vici Gaming are just going to commit themselves to a 5-man here, and he's going to try and trade at least a Rax and then be back in time for Christmas. a.k.a. the team fight that's going to happen at this top area.
Has fallen.
RTK backs up,
Dire's
tries to catch him, and he does!
top barracks are under
Latches a
attack.
long hook shot and may be able to pick off Ohio. He does have the dust. He's going to start fighting. Meanwhile, the rest of the team fight. No, the rest of the team backed off. And he's going to be able to successfully pick off Ohio
Are under
and
attack.
still get back to the rest of his team. So that was a great play. Titan made sure that, Vici Gaming made sure that they backed off and didn't have a poor team fight in front of the base while Clockwork left them. Get that creep out of here. So that takes away that advantage. Lane's going to push out a lot more, of course. By the time they actually get up into the base, no, here it comes.
Radiant's top tower is
Buyback,
under attack.
just as Clockwork starts leaving the base, he's going to have to start going back now, but let's focus on this fight. This is where the real action is going to be at. KYXY gets Orchided, unable to do much about it. Miracle and Ohio are both going for the racks now. I don't know about this trade. There's no way they can take this throne faster. They're going to go in net, hitting an ultimate, doing a nice bit of damage to Fenrir, but that's it. Super popping his ultimate, net trying to get away, but now actually Clockwork gets a kill on one. Now they're going to be able to finish on Miracle. That's going to be GG. The split pushers are down. Titan are also dead inside the base. GG being called, and Vici Gaming,
Radiant's top
after
dire
finally being able to finish off Titan, are going to be able to move on to the playoffs as the third place winners. There's your end screen. That should have happened so long ago, but at least Vici Gaming are able to end on a win. Titan, once again, I don't know, something about Titan just makes teams throw in Game 2. Something about their play style and the split pushing that they do. It's just awful. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for us for now, or at least on this channel. We're going to go ahead. We got Champions Leagues coming up. Champions League coming up after this. Toby1 is going to be in studio for that. And I may or may not join him depending on how I feel. That's going to be up in 3 hours and 15 minutes. So at 2000 CET. That's when it's going to be up. Thank you, as always, guys, for tuning in. We do appreciate it. We know BTS is normally the ones to cover these sort of events, so we appreciate you guys coming over. It's been awesome. It's been a blast. I'm a little tired. But it's all good because we had some good Dota to be able to cast. We're going to do a rebroadcast after this, if it works. I was having issues with the rebroadcast system. So short little commercial break. Watch it if you want. Support the channel. And we'll have a rebroadcast of this series after that. Actually, we'll go ahead and do the first series. Since you guys are here, some of you may have missed the match at 0-7, which was Tongfu versus LGD China. Very good game. Very good match. So we'll go ahead and rebroadcast that if I can get it to work. Again, the rebroadcast system not so hot right now. Hey guys, that is it. Thanks for tuning in.